but there is no let-up in Jim Harbaugh's so-called Christmas camp. This is not a satellite camp. This is at home. Big Blue prepping for Florida State in the Orange Bowl. With another month to recover, Wilton Speight should be back to his old self, which could get this once explosive offense back into gear. Wolverines defense elite. Jabril Peppers and company, though, going to be challenged by that guy, Dalvin Cook, slithery 1,600-yard rusher, and 3,000-yard passer, DeAndre Francois. FSU's defense, headlined by DeMarcus Walker, led the nation in sacks. This one on New Year's Eve. Sportsline says Michigan by a touchdown. Houston.
Looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a physical game. Remember last year, Florida State went to the Peach Bowl and got beat by the University of Houston. Didn't want to be there. So I think it's important that you want to be there. You want to be at that game and be very focused. Saying all that, I'm going to lean to Florida State because of Dalvin Cook and the way they've come on at the end. DeMarcus Walker on defense, Florida State.
Yeah, I think as well. I like Florida State, and because I think they have an advantage in two places, at the quarterback and at the running back positions. I think DeAndre Francois, what he's done, and I think I just see these teams going in two different directions. Michigan lost 2 of their last 3. Florida State with that defense, as you mentioned, that leads the country in sacks with 47, can get after the quarterback. I just think that they're a better team. They remember that game a year ago, and I think they get the win.
Well, I'm going to go with Florida State as well. DeMarcus Walker, those 15 sacks, tied for the lead in the nation. And Cook is just such a beast. Michigan gave up over 200 yards rushing in their last ball game to Ohio State and gave up over 300 to them a year ago. So they have struggled in that department, these heavy running football teams. And although that's a solid defense that Don Brown has there, I think Florida State, to where they're churning out yards right now, and you've got a dual-threat quarterback in Francois, who doesn't run as much as most dual-threat quarterbacks, but can still utilize those wheels, and they're getting healthier on that defensive side of the ball, are Florida State.
Well, Florida State's got a lot of weapons. You can't deny that, led by Dalvin Cook. They have turned the ball over a lot, though, especially lately. The last 2 games, they've turned it over 7 times. You look at Jim Harbaugh, I think he's going to have those guys with an edge, with all the stories about him going back to the NFL and whatnot. It's going to be a miserable time for Michigan practicing for this bowl. I think they're going to come out with a real edge and a heat on. And Jim Harbaugh is 3-0 at Michigan when he has 2 weeks or more to prepare for a team. Michigan wins this.
All right, so Christmas camp, not that much fun.
Not much fun.
They're going to maybe disprove your wanna be there theory on that one.